So, I am a Sony shooter, and I have been pretty much the entirety of my working career. In fact, I've been shooting Sony since I switched to full frame mirrorless about 6.5 years ago with the A7R II, and that camera was the first camera that I ever did any kind of paid client work with. I've been absolutely dedicated to Sony to get my creative vision out there, and I've even licensed some of my content to Sony to use on their socials. But lately, I don't really know what Sony's been doing with their camera lineup. And then there's the rumored FX2 that's going to have an A7 IV sensor and an FX body but have a viewfinder. And I know that's just a rumor, but we have had these little weird one-off cameras that Sony's given us, but they haven't really given us what we've been asking for. And in comes Panasonic. When the Lumix S5 II dropped, it caught my attention because it showed that Panasonic was starting to take things seriously, and they were throwing pretty much every feature people were asking for, pushing their cameras to the absolute limits, while also improving on things that they were known for being unreliable in, such as autofocus. But I still stuck with Sony because for my purposes, my A7S III did everything I could ask for comparable to other cameras on the market. But now with the Lumix S1 II, my mindset has changed, and for one feature and one feature alone: open gate filming in a higher frame rate. Open gate is something that I have been wishing Sony would include because for my professional workflow, shooting the majority luxury real estate, being able to shoot my scene one time and deliver both horizontal and vertical footage to my clients would make my workflow so much better. And then when you add in the fact that I can shoot at 60 frames per second so I can slow it down and still get smooth slow motion, it's really eye-catching, especially with the price point. When this camera comes out, the instant I can rent one and get my hands on it, I'm going to, because I really think that this camera could be what makes me jump from Sony.